All right, question 18 from the reading. We're given that we've got this laser that has a wavelength of 632.8 nanometers, and we're asked to find the energy of 1 mole of that photons in kilojoules. So we have to convert our wavelength to meters, and then from meters, we can find the energy per photon, and that'll be in joules. We can then bring in Avogadro's number to find the energy per mole, and then we can convert that energy from joules to kilojoules. So the first step is to go from nanometers to meters. And we know in 1 meter, I've got 1 times 10 to the 9 nanometers. So my wavelength is 6.328 times 10 to the minus 7 meters. I can now find the energy. Energy equals Planck's constant times the speed of light divided by my wavelength, right? So energy equals Planck's constant, 6.626 times 10 to the minus 34 joules times seconds. Speed of light, 3 times 10 to the 8th meters per second. All over my wavelength, 6.328 times 10 to the minus 7 meters. So seconds cancel out, meters cancel out, and we are left with the energy for 1 photon in joules. So divided by 6.328 times 10 to the minus 7. And my energy is 3.14 times 10 to the minus 19 joules per photon. So this is kind of bringing together a couple different questions because, okay, I've got 3.14 times 10 to the minus 19 joules per photon, right? It's asking for 1 mole of photons. So in 1 mole of anything, right? Coincidentally, today is mole day. We've got 6.02 times 10 to the 23 photons. So photons cancel out, and 6.02 times 10 to the 23. All right, we're going to get our energy in joules. We've got 189,104 joules per mole. Now I want to convert that. All right, joules per mole. We're asked to find kilojoules. Well, in 1 kilojoule, we've got 1,000 joules. So we divide by 1,000 to get about 189.1 kilojoules per mole. So I would say, right, choice A for that question. Wavelength in nanometers to meters, find the energy, that's the energy per photon, and we bring in Avogadro's number, right, to find the energy per mole of photons, and then we convert from joules to kilojoules.